Hi, I'm Ivy. I'm a LuLaRoe consultant, and I'm also a nurse practitioner.
And I'm Ivy's husband, John Michael. You might have seen me on some of the
Videos
LuLaRoe page videos.
and pictures. This
Yeah.
is my #1 investor and my post office delivery man.
That's right. I'm very good at the delivery stuff.
But what do you do normally?
So I'm a business professional. I'm in sales, and really just mainly your silent investor at this point. She's killing it.
Nice. Anyway, we get approached all the time about this company and why we got started, and we wanted to make this video to tell you guys our why and all of our dreams and our goals, and to answer any common questions that we get.
Yeah. So I guess let's go to the beginning. I mean, when you're thinking about even before you got into LuLaRoe, what were some of the things that were driving you in life? You're a very driven individual, right? Nurse practitioner, always got to one-up me.
Always.
I have to call her Master Cabot because she's got her master's degree, so now I'm working on mine.
So now that he's working on his, I have to go back to school to get my doctorate. So we're going to figure that out. Anyway, we had always wanted to own our own business. We had looked into different opportunities. Nothing ever struck our fancy. I had just had Eliana. She was a couple of months old, and I was feeling fat, I guess, like the nicest way to say that. I was not happy with myself. I tried on this clothing, and I immediately fell in love. It was so comfortable. It was stylish. I felt and looked great.
You do look great.
Thank you. But the addiction and obsession took over, and I immediately started racking up a lot of money by buying all the clothing. My legging stash is unreal. He recently found it.
Yeah, I didn't know that it was a legitimate problem. So if any husbands or boyfriends are out there watching, keep an eye out, look for the secret stash because it's a legitimate concern.
Hashtag LuLaRoe addict. Hashtag the struggle is real. It's for real.
I'm just glad we got to the bottom of it so we could address it.
Anyway, because of the obsession, I just started thinking I should sell it. Like, I truly have a passion for it, and I love the clothing and the brand. I should sell it. So I approached John Michael about it. What did you think?
Well, we were big Dave Ramsey fans. We've gone to the Financial Peace University for those of you that are familiar with it. But one of the things that we had decided we wanted our goals to be was we wanted to have a rental cabin in Blue Ridge, and
somewhere we could vacation too.
Right. So the big thing about Financial Peace University is living within your means, setting a budget. And so the equation is real simple. Either you're going to decrease the money you're spending or you're going to increase the money that you're making. And
we wanted to increase.
Right. So, when you had come to me and said, hey, I'm thinking about doing this opportunity, I was really excited, truth be told. Anytime you hear an opportunity to have more money coming in, you can do lots of cool things with it, right?
You were skeptical.
Well, that's true. I was apprehensive, not so much because I didn't, believe in you, but just when you hear, a lot of people say, oh, that's a Ponzi scheme or that's a pyramid scheme. And so what I wanted to do was do my own homework. I mean, the first thing I said was, give me all the fine print.
Every piece of paperwork, the business overview, the policies and procedure, that thing is like a book.
Yeah.
He read every last bit of it. I did not.
So any of you other LuLaRoe consultants out there that might be watching this video, if you have any questions about policies or procedures, happy to give you the answers that I read about. But the truth is, when I look at a business opportunity, and this is just how I view business opportunities in general, is what is the initial investment? And what I mean by that, there's a difference between upfront costs and money to just get started. So I've seen. Go ahead.
With LuLaRoe, there's no startup fee, so that was nice.
Right. I mean, there's a large chunk of money. That literally could be several $1,000s that you're investing on the front end, but it's not initiation fees or setup fees. It's going every penny to your own inventory of tangible items that in my mind, if Ivy ever backed out and said, hey, this isn't for me. I don't like it. I don't know why that would ever be the case. Hasn't been so far, but I knew that we would have something that we could always sell, either to other consultants or, you know, just to, you know, people on Facebook, friends and family. We could always get that money back.
It sells itself.
Right.
So.
You know, so yeah, I was definitely skeptical, but I did my homework. I would encourage anybody who's interested, don't do what Ivy did. I would recommend actually reading through it. Don't rely on my word for it. But you know, what you'll find, I believe, is that there's nothing in there for concern. You know, sure, it can be scary anytime that you're putting a lot of money up front.
We were all scared. I mean, you
Yeah.
can talk to anybody that signs up. They're initially scared.
Right. Well,
But
a little bit of scared and excitement together.
excited, very excited.
Yeah.
But again, you can talk to any one of us. Within the first month to 2 months, we had already made our initial investment back, profitable by 2.5 months.
Yeah.
So, and depending on how hard you work, you could do that even quicker.
Right.
So.
That's honestly been part of the fun of it. Is this really? I look at it as a franchise. You know, you can choose how much you want to invest into the business. Some people choose to keep a smaller inventory. One of the things that we decided to do was build a large inventory as aggressively as we could. So for the first few months, every penny that was coming in was just going back to build the inventory. Your goal was to get to what, 10 styles and.
I have more than that now, but yes, I wanted 10, and even my sponsor recommends having at least build up between 5 to 10 in each size as well.
We wanted to have a good selection for, you know, all of the clients. So when you came to me and I said, hey, I think we can do this. You know, I don't see anything that scares me. How did you know that this was the product that you wanted to move forward with?
It's the only thing that I have ever been really excited about. Like, true excitement.
So I'm going to brag on you a little bit.
Oh, gosh.
So, well, Ivy, you have 10 or 11 people now that you've sponsored, correct?
Under me total, I think we're up to 13 or 14.
Holy moly. Okay, so extra brag. Is there something that you see from those that sets apart the ones that are more successful, or even from yourself that you've seen makes a good consultant versus a bad consultant?
Honestly, it's all about the motivation and the drive.
Yeah.
That the harder you work, the better you're going to do with this company.
Yeah. From what I've seen, and I don't have nearly as close a look as you do, but from the outside looking in, the one thing that I think differentiates the people that will do well is just if you're passionate about it.
Right. Well, that's any business. You got to be passionate about your product, or you're not going to be able to sell it.
Right.
LuLaRoe truly sells itself. I was so afraid whenever I first started, and I was nervous that I was going to have all of this stuff. I was nervous to sell it, but people seek you out, and they want to come to your house, and they want to be in your parties, and I'll say it again, it sells itself.
It's funny you say that, because we'll hear, you know, a lot of times people say, oh, well, I'm not a salesperson. You know, I'm not like you. I don't have the gift of gab.
A huge question I get asked all
Right.
the time by people wanting to sign up or get more information. Do I have to be salesy?
Right. And Ivy is not a salesperson.
I am not. You tell me no, I will walk away. I am not going to pressure you at all. And I also get asked a lot about building a team. It also comes organically. I think I've only posted about it maybe 3 times on my page, and I seriously get messages just from people I've never even met before asking me about the company.
One of the things to me that's most exciting about where we're at and just the timeline of the history of the company is, May 1st is the 3rd year anniversary, right?
Yes, happy birthday, LuLaRoe. LuLaRoe turns 3.
So 3 years is not a long time for a business.
No.
In fact, you told me a stat that was amazing, what they did year 1, year 2, year 3.
Oh man, okay. Sales. Year 1 was like 3 million, year 2 was 9 million, and year 3 was 73 million, and that could be totally wrong, but the
I think
numbers
it's pretty close.
are extremely close. Just
So it's just exponential growth.
it's blowing up.
Right. And that's, you know, what to me was one of the exciting things. You look at more established companies like a Mary Kay or, some of those, and that's where you do have benefit of being in early. I think that you were really wise to see the opportunity and go for it.
Consultant wise, this is year 3. We're, I think, at 13,000 consultants now, and if compared to other direct company marketing, whatever, pyramid scheme companies, whatever you want to call it, there's hundreds of thousands, and LuLaRoe is still at 13,000. So even if you start now, you're getting in at the most perfect time.
Right. One of the neat things is, with the multi-level marketing, is you do benefit from the people that are under you, and that's part of the great thing, is that the team camaraderie that you get from working together, because everybody's winning.
The friendships I have made in this company are phenomenal, and I will tell you, the entire company is a team. I help people on other teams, they help me, so it's so neat to see. It literally is a connection, and we help each other.
Yeah. One of your closest colleagues is actually on a different team, but they
like
happen to
30
live on
seconds away.
They live on the other side of the neighborhood, so it's real. Shout out to Vicky.
Woo, Vicky! I'm doing a live video.
Some of the other consultants like to do periscopes. This is a first shot for Ivy on the live videos.
Yes.
So, what advice would you have for somebody who's thinking about getting into it? Where do you start if they're thinking, hey, I could do that?
A huge thing for me whenever I first even thought about selling it was, I knew if I didn't try, I would regret it. And I knew that if I didn't get in right then, that I would miss that opportunity to be a part. Because whenever I started, there was like 4,000 less consultants, so we were even smaller.
Right.
If you're passionate about it and the struggle is real, you have to take the jump.
Yeah.
You really do. I've seen people use credit cards, I've seen loans from family members, and you can tell them, you will work hard and you'll pay it back within the first month.
Right.
But it's doable, and it's fun, and the friendships are amazing.
Yeah.
We are well on our way to our goal of owning the cabin rental.
Yeah, I think based on our projections, by the fall we'll have earned enough supplemental income, thanks to Ivy and all her hard work, that we'll be able to have enough to put a down payment on a rental cabin. So we're gonna keep looking. And we'll keep you guys posted.
I haven't told him yet about my other goal of owning a Range Rover.
Oh, that's we're gonna have to find another LuLaRoe job. Maybe I'm gonna have to start selling. I'll be your competitor.
I'm just trying to think before we close out this video too of any common asked questions I get about people on the fence. I get asked a lot, what do you do with patterns that don't sell? Everything sells. There is something for everyone. God forbid if there isn't. There's always consultants, like my friend down the street, that you can swap with. But honestly, our creator even says, hold on to everything for at least 6 months, and it sells.
Yeah. I've stopped trying to guess at what looks good or not, because something will come and I'll say, that is the ugliest thing I've ever seen in my life, and then someone will walk in here into the boutique and go, oh my gosh, I love it.
It's the first thing that sells. It's
so
awesome.
Basically, now I know the way to shop is whatever I think is the ugliest thing is what I should buy.
It's gonna sell.
But I have no taste in clothes.
I'm trying to think of anything else I'm asked. How often I do parties. In the beginning, I was doing 2 to 3 a week, and then recently we've gone through a little bit of a personal issue, so I've really taken a step back, but I'm pumped and I'm ready to start back.
Right.
I'm just going to start by doing, just posting my inventory once a week. And
yeah. But I think honestly, to that point, that's the beauty of this type of a business is
it's
whether
up to you.
If it's supplemental income or if this is a full-time job. Some people, the person that was your sponsor was actually an attorney.
Yes.
And it did so successfully.
And her boyfriend.
Yeah, they were both attorneys, and they both have left their jobs as attorneys, as we understand.
Both have left.
And just to focus on LuLaRoe. So it can be a full-time income.
I get asked that a lot too.
But the beauty of it is if you do go through a rough patch, or there's setbacks in life, or
maternity leave. anything.
Yeah, or you want to stay home with the kids now and you're looking for something to do on the side.
Yep.
There's no quotas. That's one thing that I can appreciate being a sales professional. I have quotas every month, whether I wake up and go to work or not.
I have the whip on him, so he meets them.
Yes. So, but not everybody has an Ivy, to make sure that you're doing the things you need to do to be successful. But in this type of business that you're in, there's no boss.
It's whatever you want.
Right.
How you want to run your business is how you run it. Hours, the styles you want, it's all up to you.
How many styles are there with LuLaRoe?
There's a handful, but they are constantly changing too, so I could not even tell you just to keep up with fashion.
I think there's about 40 styles, right?
No, there's not that many.
No?
No, but probably maybe since the beginning there's been a handful of switched out. Like there's some that they, retire. There's new ones coming out all the time. That's another thing I love about this company. I get asked that a lot too, is I see the main styles, like how do they keep up with fashion trends? Not our creator, sorry. What's the name? Oh my gosh, I'm brain farting. No, the guy that creates the patterns.
Oh, the stylist or the
it's
fashion?
A man, and he does really good at it. But anyway, it's constantly changing. They only make, I think now it's at 2,500 prints spread out among different body styles. So you could have something that only a couple hundred people across the U.S. could even get their hands on. So it's all unique. It's always changing to keep up with the trends.
Yeah.
Can you think of anything else we get asked a lot? I honestly.
No. I mean, the big things that we get asked are the financials. How quick to recoup your money. I mean, if you're doing the kind of activity I did in the beginning, you can get your money back in a month or two.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to do it at a little bit slower pace, she was big on investing all the money back in to grow her inventory. But if you wanted to keep a small inventory, I know a lot of people ask if you prefer to do in-house pop-up boutiques versus
or online. That is a good one. The company was founded on in-home parties, but honestly, I feel like it's so much easier just to do online. You can reach such a greater amount of people, and you can sell through any social media platform, Periscope, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. So that's nice. You can do it from your home. You don't have to go anywhere.
Right.
Yeah, they're all free.
That's the good news.
So
what would, if someone has been thinking about, I'm sure there's people who are going to be watching this that have been sitting on the fence, watching everyone else, have explosive growth and be successful. What would you say to someone who's thinking about it and they don't know how to get started? Should they just
contact
message you
me
or call you or?
Yeah, Facebook group LuLaRoe with Ivy Cabot. You can message me. You can call me.
And there's usually people want to see like the policies and procedures and.
I usually, if anybody comes to me asking questions, I will send you a copy of the business overview, the leadership bonus plan, the policies and procedures, so you can kind of read everything. No pressure. I am not a salesperson. I do not like to jump on people, so feel free at your own will.
Yeah, and I'll be happy to offer for any of the husbands or boyfriends that
he knows more than me when it comes to that booklet.
Have questions about the business opportunity. I'm happy to share my insights on what I think about the business. But obviously, I'm a believer now.
Yep. LuLaRoe believer.
So proud of everything that you've done. Can I just brag and throw out your year-to-date sales?
Maybe.
But
that's minus a month.
So let's call it 4 months, and you're at almost 60,000 in sales, right?
Yeah.
So it's legit, guys. And I think if anybody has doubts or just not sure what to do in life, this could be a great option.
It's crazy because there are people that have more sales than me too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, way more. So it's doable. And just to leave you with this note, the number one best thing about being a LuLaRoe consultant, you get first dibs on everything. Everything.
Well, the only good thing for me is she's getting the wholesale prices, so I can live with it a little bit better. Now that I know she has her secret stash.
Yeah.
So,
Well, thank you guys for letting us jibber jabber,
yep.
coffee chat with you.
So, guys, feel free to reach out, and we wish everyone the best of luck in whatever you choose to do.
Yeah.
Thanks. Have a good night.
Bye.